And from L&G LLP Attorneys at Law, Sergio Parra with us this morning. Sergio, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, man. So how long, give us a little background first. Where are you from and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm originally from Watsonville. I'm a Watsonville guy. When I was in high school, my folks moved us to Salinas, which was a kind of a shock there because I was used to the farm fields of Watsonville, and then we went to Salinas and
into the metro
area around here. So, yeah. And then after that, I went to Dominican University in San Rafael, beautiful area there in Marin County, which was another culture shock for me. But after spending some time in Silicon Valley during the .com days, ended up moving to the Bay Area there and going to school at USF in San Francisco, so for law school. So that was fantastic there too.
Boy, what a great school.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's right there. You're right near Haight and Ashbury. You can catch you're on the avenue, so you can get down to downtown pretty easily, and it's a great place to go to school.
You actually got some studying done too, then? Huh?
Once in a while,
wow.
Yeah. I try to squeeze that in. The law school, it's especially that first year, all you're doing is cracking open those books and study groups. But it's nice to have a nice view when you're stuck in the library there.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you specialize in?
So I do labor and employment at L&G. L&G, we're a full service firm, and so I handle employer side employment disputes, investigations, and any kind of advice and counsel that is needed by employers out there. HR managers we handle. We have a large representation of clients that come from hospitality, agriculture, just the major industries around here. A lot of professional medical offices and clients all over the place in this beautiful area. So we are really busy, especially since the labor and employment practice is one of those that's growing. And every year there's new legislation, and it keeps us busy, and we have to be on top of our game here because of all the changes that in the law out there that unfortunately employers have to deal with on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Do you guys offer seminars for the personnel departments of some of the human resources?
Yeah, we do that pretty regularly. In fact, I just did one last month at the San Benito Chamber of Commerce, and I'm available to do them when events occur or as a need on an as needed basis. But we try to summarize, provide those resources to the employers, HR managers, so they know what's going on and they can make those changes back to their workplaces. And we do that as a service because it's really a lot of legislation each year. You know, one of the great things about being in this area is that it's changing all the time, and when you have a supermajority of the Assembly and the Senate, along with the governor being from one party, where we used to see one or two pieces of new legislation in this area every year, now we're seeing 20 or 30 new laws, significant impacting laws being passed every year, which put a burden on the employer to implement. So you'll ask any small business owner, and they say, "Gosh, I used to before I got into business, used to deal with the issues related to labor and employment just 5% of my time, and now it consumes a major part of what they do." And so we try to be on top of that, track that legislation, and give practical advice to employers to implement it because no employer wants to spend their time on paperwork. Unfortunately, that's kind of what is part of what you need to do now to do business in California.
Sure. I would imagine some human resource departments probably retain you throughout the year or something.
Yeah, yes.
Certain big businesses, larger ones especially, that you're the go-to people.
That's correct. Yeah, so I'll get emails when a situation arises at a workplace. If there's an issue with, for instance, a labor dispute. We've had situations where a group of employees want to improve their hourly wage or want a certain benefit, and that will come at a Saturday afternoon at a law office, at a doctor's office, and I'll get an email, and we'll have to go out there and attend to that. So we have a lot of clients that contact us on a daily basis through email, telephone. I give out my cell phone number to my clients because unfortunately businesses, if you're a restaurant that's open at night or just
That's
a
right.
business that's open during the day, things do arise from time to time that require immediate attention. So we're
When the
available for them.
problem occurs, they want you there right then.
Yeah, and we try to be there for
Yeah.
them. So.
Unless you're on the ninth hole. But anyway.
Yeah. So that keeps us busy. So I spend a fair amount of my daily work in answering questions from HR managers, business owners that come up, and then a significant part of what I do is in the courtroom. We have a good number of cases in state and federal court that we're handling. There's a lot of class actions that are cropping up, especially in these labor-intensive workplaces such as in ag or in hospitality. If you have a large workforce where you rely on a great number of unskilled or skilled labor, we're seeing a lot of the trend is to have these class actions where one employee makes a claim on behalf of the larger group and files a lawsuit, and we're there to defend against that.
Okay. Terrific.
Yeah.
Now, your office is where? Again?
So
you're located?
Sure. We have 3 offices. We have an office in Salinas, where I work out of, and then we also have an office here in Monterey and Hollister. So I have appointments set up in those different offices depending on where the clients are at, and we come to them and we try to help them as best as we can in those 3 locations.
Terrific.
One of the interesting things I think is highlighted about your firm is the fact that you do so much. I mean, there's such a wide. I mean, we've had 4 or 5 guys from your firm on that do so. I mean, everything from ag to
personal injury, land
cannabis
use.
business.
Yes, that's right. We have more than a dozen practice areas that we are involved in, and what's great about that is we all work side by side. So we work as a team. If we have a client that, for instance, is dealing with a land use issue, for instance, if they want to get a permit, or they're dealing with issues related to selling their business or getting investments, and what we can do is help them not only on the transactional end, but we also can come in as a team and deal with employment issues, any other corporate litigation issues that might crop up. So when we are a firm of our size, we can kind of attack things from different angles, get it done all at one time. The only thing we really don't do is criminal defense, but other than that, we're pretty much our full service at our law firm. And so, but if you do want to commit a crime, please call us so we can convince you not to do that. So you won't have to hire that criminal defense attorney.
Or at least committed, exactly. Yeah, committed in an area that you guys cover. And you guys cover so much, it's pretty amazing. So, wow, just if you have a question, if someone has a question about any area of law except for criminal, they can contact you guys. You'll probably cover it.
Yeah, we definitely cover it. And in fact, we cover even white collar issues. And so I would say call us even if you do have an issue in that area, because we'll try to find you the best person to help you with that issue. And so part of what we pride ourselves in is trying to get things done efficiently for our employers. We work with them hand in hand to try to make sure that their goals are achieved. That doesn't mean necessarily that we won't tell them, hey, you can't do that, but we'll try to get you to get your end result as efficiently as possible, because, let's be honest, no one wants to pay their attorney more than they need to, and we are sensitive to that, and we try to be efficient in the way we do things, so that way any preventative measures you can put in place to avoid litigation later on is something that we really try to focus on.
Well, I think that, we have so many small businesses in our community here on the Monterey Peninsula and around the whole area in the county. It's made up of a lot of small businesses, and they have to have something that's cost effective. That's really great to hear. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Sergio Parra from L&G LLP Attorneys at Law. Tag you very much for being on the Shagbag Show. Come back again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sergio.
Thank you.
Continued
Thank you guys.
success.
All right. Thank you very much.